Democrats attack your rights from the outside. RINOs destroy them from the inside. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly when Republicans crossed the line from opposition into enforcement and why almost nobody noticed it happening. I'm a disgruntled conservative combat veteran. I didn't swear an oath to a party. I swore an oath to the Constitution. That oath is the standard I'm using here. And when I say RINO, I don't mean Republicans I disagree with. I mean Republicans who campaign as conservatives and then govern like Democrats when it actually matters. Democrats are the opposition. RINOs are worse because they run interference for the opposition while wearing our jersey. This isn't a rant, it's a pattern, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Act 1. They said it was temporary. If you've ever asked yourself, how did this get so bad when Republicans were in charge? This is the answer. Every betrayal starts the same way. They say it's temporary. They say it's reasonable. They say it's necessary. And every time, conservatives lose ground forever. Let's start with guns. Count 1. The Second Amendment slow bleed. Here's the pattern. RINOs campaign as pro-Second Amendment. They govern through reasonable compromise. Gun owners lose ground every single time. This didn't start yesterday. Ronald Reagan is praised for many things, but as governor of California, in 1967 he signed the Mulford Act, banning loaded open carry. It targeted citizens the political class feared. That was sold as necessary. It became permanent. Later, as president, Reagan supported the Brady Bill framework, introducing waiting periods that built the foundation for federal gun control bureaucracy. Then came George H.W. Bush. In 1989, he banned the importation of certain semi-automatic rifles by executive order. No vote, no debate, just a pen, temporary, necessary, permanent, fast forward to modern times. John Cornyn helped lead Republican support for the 2022 Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. Sold as compromise, it expanded red flag mechanisms and federal background check authority. That law didn't protect the Second Amendment. It created the legal and bureaucratic framework Democrats now use to push further control. Even Donald Trump, who I supported, used executive authority to ban bump stocks after Las Vegas, doing exactly what Republicans spent years condemning Democrats for doing. Under his administration, the Justice Department defended the National Firearms Act in court instead of challenging it. More recently, Republicans quietly killed the Hearing Protection Act and Short Act during budget negotiations. No fight, no rollback, just acceptance. Finding, this isn't weakness, it's a governing philosophy. Manage gun owners, shrink the box, call it prudence. Act 2. They built the machine. If you think gun control was the exception, this is where the excuse collapses. Because the same thing happened with surveillance. Count 2. The surveillance state RINOs love to talk about limited government until fear gives them cover. After 9/11, Republicans didn't just tolerate surveillance expansion, they built it. Under George W. Bush, the USA Patriot Act passed and was repeatedly renewed with overwhelming Republican support. Figures like Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, and John McCain voted again and again to extend warrantless surveillance powers. They normalized warrantless wiretaps, sneak and peek searches, bulk data collection. They said it was temporary. It wasn't. They said it would be used responsibly. It wasn't. And now those same powers are used against conservatives. Finding, RINOs built the cage. Democrats just learned how to lock it. Act 3, make it permanent. And this is where it stops being about laws and starts being about control. Count 3, DHS, TSA, and security theater RINOs didn't stop with surveillance. They created massive federal bureaucracies that intrude on your life every single day. The Department of Homeland Security and the TSA were created and funded by Republican leadership after 9/11. Sold as temporary safety measures, they became permanent control structures, airport security theater, biometric tracking, domestic intelligence expansion. Republicans funded it. Republicans defended it. Republicans still refuse to dismantle it. Every time fear is used to justify more power, RINOs choose control over liberty and call it responsibility. Finding, temporary powers became permanent because Republicans made them so. The revelation. Why this keeps happening. Here's the part most people miss. RINOs aren't stupid. They're risk-averse. They fear media backlash more than voter backlash. They fear losing access more than losing elections. So they compromise. They normalize. They move on. Democrats push the agenda. RINOs make it permanent. In the military, failure has consequences. In politics, RINOs call failure bipartisanship and get promoted. Final verdict. This isn't about party loyalty. Real conservatives who actually fight get my support, no matter the label. But Republicans who win elections and then govern like the left are not conservatives. They are institutional managers of decline. Democrats attack your rights from the outside. RINOs destroy them from the inside. That's not conservatism. That's controlled opposition. These are my views as a private citizen, not the views of any employer or government agency. If you're done being betrayed from within, subscribe. Comment below. What temporary compromise cost us the most? I'm not here to protect the party. I'm here to defend the Constitution. Victory belongs to us. This we defend. This is the disgruntled conservative combat veteran.